Why are you just like a bum?
Well, because I just got back from my friend Jim's house, and Jim lives on a farm, and he lives in a very unique kind of a house. Do you know what kind of house he lives in?
What?
It's made out of straw.
This story sounds familiar.
Well, it's not. It's my own story, I promise. And so I went to Jim's house, and he said, I'm eating supper. Do you want to join me? And I said, sure. And you know what he was eating? He was eating soup, beans, and cornbread. And that's one of my favorite suppers. And so we sat down for dinner, and then there was a knock at the door. And do you know who was there?
Who?
The big bad wolf. And he said, little Jim, let me in. And Jim said, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And you know what that wolf said?
What?
He said, I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow your house in. And you know what Jim said?
What?
He said, no, you're not. And that wolf started to huffing. And he started puffing. And you know what me and Jim did?
What?
We gathered up that soup, beans, and cornbread, and we ran all the way to his brother Tim's house. And Tim, he also lived in a very unique kind of house. Do you know what his house was made out of?
What?
His house was made out of sticks.
No kidding!
Yeah, it's true. Tim said, why? And we said, Tim, there's a wolf chasing us, and we have supper with us. We've got soup, beans, and cornbread. And Tim said, okay, well, you can come in. And so we went inside, and we all started eating supper. And you know what happened?
What?
There was a knock at the door. And you know who it was?
Who?
The wolf. He was back. And he said, Tim, let me in. And you know what Tim said?
What?
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And so the wolf said, fine. Then I'll and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. And you know what Tim said?
What?
He said, no, you won't. And that wolf got to huffing. And he got to puffing. And you know what we did?
What?
Me and Tim and Jim, we all grabbed up those soup, beans, and cornbread, and we ran. And you know where we ran to? We ran all the way down the street to their brother's house, and you know what their brother's name was?
What?
Larry. And Larry also lived in a really nice house. Do you know what his house was made out of?
What?
Bricks. And so
Are you sure this isn't a familiar story?
yeah, I'm sure it's my own story. And so we said, Larry, let us in. And he said, why? And we said, there's a wolf chasing us. Plus, we've got some good soup, beans, and cornbread. And so Larry let us in. And we were all sat down to supper. And then there, you know what happened?
What?
There was a knock at the door. And so we said, who's there? And you know who it was?
Who?
And that wolf said, Larry, let me in. And you know what Larry said?
What?
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And you know what that wolf said?
What?
I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. And you know what Larry said?
What?
No, you won't. And so that wolf started to huff, and that wolf started to puff. And he tried as hard as he could, but you know what? He couldn't blow that house in. You know why? Because Larry had taken the time to make it out of bricks, and so it was nice and strong. And so we all sat down and enjoyed our soup, beans, and supper. And when we were all done, there were leftovers, and you know what we did? We opened the window and we handed them out to the wolf, and he said thanks. And then he didn't want to eat us anymore, which was great. And now that I'm home, and that's why I'm dressed like a farmer. What do you think about that story?
It was amazing!